We're gonna start in mount. Here, I'm just gonna show very basic, kind of how to hold mount. We want our knees pinched together and our toes touching if we can. If you can't, you just want them actively trying to touch each other. This makes it hard for her to just straighten the leg out and start to scoop that very basic mount escape. And keeping my knees pinched, make it harder for her to just drop her elbow. If I had them open, she could just easily put her elbow in. So we need to make sure everything's pinched nice and tight. Now we're gonna look at how to isolate the arm here. So doing it this traditional way may work, especially with a two hand will be more likely. But this is pushing into her chest, shoulder, all these big muscles. So if we take an inverted grip here, inverting this grip takes all this pressure and just puts it directly on her shoulder, which makes it harder for her to start resisting. So when I go here, I'm just gonna look to straighten the arm out and start to pin this down here. If she doubles up on this arm, like takes the top arm over and holds it, that's no issue. You just need to remember you're always attacking the bottom arm. So if she were to maybe take the arm here I'm attacking and cross like this, I would need to go underneath and start attacking this arm. But because you all are facing this way, we're gonna go ahead and put that here. We're just gonna take a second supine grip and hold. We're not gonna look to try and like push both of these, because with our arms straight, we can only go one, like take our body one direction. So we're just gonna look to hold this one so she can't use it to pull, and then straighten this out. Once we get it down to here, we're just gonna look to switch off to a superior pinning position. So this supine grip is good for breaking, like pinning the arm down, and a straight grip is good for actually holding it. This is a sturdy grip where they can't easily escape it. As opposed to this, the weakness of my lock is this way, so if she just straightened her arm out, it'd be gone. Whereas this, the weakness of my lock is on the mat, so she can't take her hand any more to the mat because I have it pinned against the mat. So this is gonna be much harder to break. All right, so we've looked at how to pin this arm down, got it down here, switch off. The important thing here is you need to now take your head next to her head, so ear to ear. If you don't do this, when I drop down and go under this elbow, all she has to do is bring this hand in across my neck. And now even when I get it here, it's gonna be hard, especially if they have it tight and they tuck it underneath your armpit. This is gonna, you really have nothing here. It's super hard to finish anything. So to prevent that, we gotta take away this space by going ear to ear. And then now we can switch from this holding grip to right under the elbow. So I like to pinch elbow to thigh here. So then a lot of times they try to explode or get this arm away. And when they do try to move it up, I can just catch the elbow. And if they don't, that's no big deal, because now I can just start walking my hand underneath to get elbow exposure. Once you get this, the most important thing about getting, especially on big strong guys, you're gonna have to take your head this way. Straightening the arm like this is not gonna be enough. The body follows the head. So if we take the head this way, we're now engaging our whole body into getting this up. I struggled with this forever, like just doing this, and I could never get like big strong guys. And I started taking my head over, and I can now get anyone's arm up super easy. So even when she's resisting here, if she's resisting and I'm just trying to straighten, this isn't really gonna work. So I need to straighten and take my head over to this side and do the finger walk as much as I can. Once you start feeling resistance, like you can't go anymore, then I'll come back here and reset, and then I'll do another straighten and walk it up more and more. You might have to do this a few times, especially on a much bigger opponent, but it will work, I promise. So, you know, just keep repeating this cycle until you get it up. Go as much as you can. As soon as you feel like you can't walk anymore, come back. And then extend, take your head over, finger walk as much as you can until you get her arm up here. here in this chopping block type position.